Hi, in today's video, I'm going to share with you top 20 and more facts about the city of Jerusalem. The city of Jerusalem has been characterized by conflict among nations for years. Also known as Jerusalem, the Holy City, Jerusalem is contested for its holy sites. Israel and Jordan each laid claim to it. Israel controlled the western portion of it, while Jordan controlled East Jerusalem until 1967. The city of Jerusalem, which had been divided for long, was eventually unified in 1980 and is the capital of Israel. It stirs up the warmth in the hearts of Christians, Muslims, and Jews alike. The histories of each of these three religions have their roots in Jerusalem. Away from its religious history, this city has a lot to offer, as you will discover in this top 20 and more facts about the city of Jerusalem. Without a doubt, the city of Jerusalem is one of the oldest cities in the world. First, the city of Jerusalem is Israel's largest city. Its capital covers nearly 50 square miles and is a major cultural center with over 70 institutions. Touching the arts, Jerusalem's inhabitants number at least 801,000 people. 2. The city of Jerusalem has had many contenders, each wanting the city for themselves. It is located in a troubled region with wars along the lines of religion, culture, commerce, and politics. This history is quite a tumultuous one. There have been 16 wars fought over the city in its history, getting destroyed twice. The city has also been besieged 23 times and under attack 52 times, captured and recaptured 44 times. Persians, Romans, the Ottoman Turks, and the British have each at one time conquered Jerusalem. 3. The city of Jerusalem is a center of pilgrimage and an object of devotion for three religions. Christians know Jerusalem to be the place where Jesus suffered and also triumphed, while Muslims hold as its goal of the Prophet Muhammad's mystical night journey. It is the site of one of Islam's most sacred shrines. To the Jews, the city of Jerusalem is the focus of all age longings, proof of historic splendor and independence, and a center of national reawakening. Number 4. The site of Jerusalem's Mount of Olives is the oldest active burial site in the world. Some of the greatest Jewish leaders, prophets, and rabbis have been buried on Mount Olives. This makes it the largest and most important Jewish cemetery in the world. Mount of Olives is home to more than 150,000 Jewish graves. 5. The city of Jerusalem is fully walled. Real estate in the city of Jerusalem is punctuated with high walls. It is fully walled city. The walls are about 2.5 miles long, 40 feet tall, and 8 feet thick. Such a high wall has a prospect for the watchtowers. Spread out along the city of Jerusalem's walls are 34 watchtowers. The whole city was surrounded by a high wall in ancient times for its protection. The city of Jerusalem also has a distinct look thanks to the municipal law requiring that all structures are covered in Jerusalem stone. This has ensured the preservation of the historical look of the city. Number 6. The city of Jerusalem has at least 60 museums. The city of Jerusalem boasts more than 60 museums, art museum, science museum, history museum, and many other. The famous Dead Sea Scrolls, the oldest biblical manuscript ever found, are housed in the Israel Museum. Array of 450,000 photographs and 179 million pages of documents in the Holocaust Museum and Archive Yad Vashem. 7. The city of Jerusalem has more than 1,500 public parks and gardens. For a city located in a desert area, the city of Jerusalem prides itself in quite some greenery. There are more than 1,500 public parks and gardens in Jerusalem. One can see flora and fauna as well as just enjoy the greenery in them. Some of the olive trees in Jerusalem are more than 800 years old. The olive tree is written about in the Bible, the Garden of Gethsemane, where it is believed that Jesus prayed before his crucifixion, has many olive trees. It is also an important component of the Jewish and Israeli culture. 9. The city of Jerusalem hosts more than 26 wineries. A number of stories in the Bible involve wine drinking made from wine. 10th is the city of Jerusalem's biblical zoo features Bible animals. The biblical zoo is located in the Malcha neighborhood in the city of Jerusalem, famous for its Afro-Asiatic collection of wildfire. The zoo is quite popular. It lagged a record of 738,000 visitors in 2009. Number 11 is the city of Jerusalem has an American football stadium, garnering interest in Israel, but as expected, much more popular in America. The city of Jerusalem is one of the world's fastest growing high-tech hubs in the world. 2012 saw a growth in startups in cutting-edge sectors such as image processing and virtual reality. The city of Jerusalem is a festive city. From Purim, Passover, Lag BaOmer, Shavuot, Hanukkah, Christmas, among others, city of Jerusalem is a great place to be and experience a festivity. The city of Jerusalem's King David Hotel has international repute. The 5-star hotel is the chosen venue for hosting heads of state, dignitaries, and other personalities during the visit to Jerusalem. 16. The city of Jerusalem is a charmer for tourists. Tourism in the city of Jerusalem is a big contributor to its economy. It's one of the major sources of income, with at least 3.5 million tourists visiting the city every year. 17. The city of Jerusalem prides itself in the kippah. Kippah is a skull cap worn by men as covering for their heads in reverence to God when praying. 18. The city of Jerusalem has emergency response teams on bikes. This is a great assurance to have that one e-bike medical response team could weave through traffic to get to you when the city of Jerusalem in need of medical. 19. The city of Jerusalem was the first to run a light train. Adding to its first, Jerusalem was the first city in Israel to operate a light rail. A track ran across the heart of the city, making transport to the various regions in Jerusalem easier. And last but not the least, number 20, Jerusalem is arguably the most famous city in the world. According to the Torah, which mentions the city more than 600 times, the creation of the entire world began with Jerusalem. The ancient city has been inhabited since about 3000 BCE, and as everyone knows, it's considered holy by Jews, Muslims, and Christians alike. Despite a rapidly changing demography, Jerusalem has retained a diverse and cosmopolitan character, particularly in the world-old city with its Armenian, Christian, Jewish, and Muslim quarters. Arabs in traditional and modern attire, Christians, Western and Oriental, in their infinite variety of secular garb and monastic vestments, Jews in casual and Orthodox dress, and hosts of tourists combined in colorful, kaleidoscopic patterns. Synagogues, churches, mosques, and dwellings in various styles make up the city's unique architectural mosaic. Sunlight falling on the white and pink stone used for all construction gives even quite mundane buildings an aura of distinction. The scent of cooking and spices, the peal of church bells, the calls of muezzins from minarets, and the chanting of Jewish prayers at the Western Wailing Wall all add flavor to the life of the city. The absence of vehicular traffic within most of the old city helps preserve its special character. In recognition of its central place in the traditions and histories of numerous peoples, the Old City was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1981. Yet outside the walls, Jerusalem is in every sense a modern city with its network of streets and transportation, high-rise buildings, supermarkets, businesses, schools, restaurants, and coffee houses. The persistent mingling of Hebrew, Arabic, English, and other languages in the streets brings to mind the multicultural and political complexities of life in this revered city. Jerusalem stands on hills at an elevation of 2,575 feet, 785 meters. The modern unified city is the largest municipality in Israel, or the West Bank, and is the heart of an urban agglomeration that spills outside the city limits into adjacent areas of both jurisdictions. At the center of the modern municipality is the Old City, a walled medieval enclosure of less than half a square mile, roughly 1 square kilometer, from which the entire city has grown. To the east, city looks down on the Dead Sea and across the Jordan River to the arid mountains of eastern Jordan, the biblical mountains of Moab. To the west, it faces the coastal plain and the Mediterranean Sea, about 35 miles, 60 kilometers away. Jerusalem has a mixed subtropical and semi-arid climate with warm, dry summers and cool, rainy winters. The average annual precipitation is about 24 inches, 600 millimeters, and snowfalls, which in some years do not occur, are generally light. Average daily mean temperatures range from about 75 degrees Fahrenheit 24 degrees Celsius in August to about 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius in January. The hot, dry desert wind called Sharav in Hebrew, or Khamsin from the Arabic word for 50, as it's said to come some 50 days per year, is fairly common in autumn and spring. Average daily humidity is about 62% in the daytime but may drop 30 to 40% under Sharav condition. Summer exposure to the sun rays in Jerusalem is intense because of the lack of clouds and the low humidity, but also because the sun reaches a high angle 80 degrees above the horizon at that season.